Hello friends, you're with the Lonesome Gamer, and I'm still playing Europa Universalis. Now we are approaching the end of the Second Age. There is just there's just a couple of cards left here. Two more players to grab their events, and overall 3 more players to pass. So it's not going to go long anymore, I guess. During this age, the players that were affected by Protestantism, England, France and Austria, were basically just busy to kind of clear the impact a little bit. There was a lot of revolutions, a lot of unrest, a lot of religious turmoil, and they were busy to kind of clean this mess up a little, but with mixed results. I mean, England got rid of a lot of their unrest, but they still have here, for example, a rebel town. France still has 3 unrest and a rebel town. Austria also 3 unrest, but there were also rebellions with actually rebel units, and they were all suppressed at least. But all these countries didn't make a lot of progress, especially not Austria, but also France. I mean, Austria managed to get Bohemia as a vassal, so that's something, and that gave them also points. And yeah, they are massively in the lead. They are holding 70 points. Next player is Turkey with 43, England 36, Spain 34. I'm not even talking about the others anymore. Terrible. Spain did the global trade network, which was pretty awesome. They have colonies in Africa and in North America or the Caribbean, and yeah, they have managed to do some interesting trade actions there. We've seen a war between the Mamelukes and the Turks during this age. The Poles managed to vassalize Crimea, which gave them access to the Black Sea, which gave them 4 Black Sea ports, which was a mission they already had access before. And they managed to annex Prussia, so they made progress there, but also they had a couple of issues, internal struggles. There was a rebellion here in Warsaw, a rebellion over here in Poltava, all kinds of things they had to deal with. So, yeah. No one except maybe Spain and Turkey made some real progress when it comes to expanding. Although that's simply not true. I mean, the Austrians grabbed Bohemia and the Crimean. So, of course, expansions were there. Now let's see. Spain, France already passed. Spain will grab an event. The League of Schmalkalden, they want the 2 diplomacy. And it's $4, which is also nice. They have a bit of a problem now. They have a ton of money, $30. And if you have, during your during the end of the turn phase, after your income, oh, and they should get one of these markers here, because they already have 20 cities. I can place that here. If you have then more than $50 in your treasury, and Spain will probably have that, then you get penalties for corruption, and yeah, but we got to deal with that. So we take the League of Schmalkalden, and you can see here, and we're playing the software, the one that doesn't hurt Austria that much, so they don't get attacked by all sides. But I want the two diplomacy. This is just great. So I'm gonna go and yeah, I think I don't know. I mean, a military would also be nice. I only get 2. Do I have an advisor? Let me see. Yeah, but that one isn't too hot. I have only pretty bad military advisors. I feel I want the 2 diplomacy. I want to do I could roll a die here maybe. So on a 1 to 4 I'm going for the diplomacy. Okay, yeah, so I'm going to do that. So it says not the emperor's business. The emperor loses 2 prestige and 1 imperial authority. You gain 2 diplomacy cubes. And that will again help me later when it comes to exploration. But this is Rudolf II. And he will, and it's kind of interesting, we can see here the date, Habsburg, 1576 to 1608. So we can see a little bit here at what time this is kind of happening. Although, of course, I mean, the cards can come into play early or late during an age, so we don't really know that. But it's kind of have an idea at least. So yeah, they have a new ruler now, which is good. They get out of their interregnum. Okay. It's the English, and we realize that we have here disloyal vassals. And this means problem for some other realms. For example, here, Crimea. This is going to be a big issue for these guys here, for Poland. But also Bohemia will make a lot of trouble for the Austrians. So that's not great. And the English have to do something to prevent that from happening. So they're going to spend a diplomacy cube, and they're going to place that in Scotland. Because if you have influence, you're good. But if not, you're in trouble. Do they want to place... I wonder if I'm interested in... Well, I already have 3 there. That would be good enough to... I could subjugate Saxony maybe at some point. But do I want that? This is not so clear for me. Of course, I'm also interested in fully incorporating Scotland. I need a subjugation card for that, obviously. I don't know. I think for now I'm going to keep my other cube here. And the Austrians passed. Poland is in a lot of trouble. I'm not sure what they're going to do. They could grab the disputed succession. I mean, this stuff is triggered anyway. If they take the disputed succession, I think the disloyal vassals are not that painful. So I think I might want to do that. I could also invest. I don't know. Sucks. I don't know. I'm just not... I could spend these to push my diplomacy a little higher. But this is expensive and I don't know if it's worth 4 cubes. It's just too... it's a tough choice. I really feel this is actually worth it. I think what I want to do is I will grab the disputed succession, and in this way I get $4, which is nice. And I can avoid total disaster with my loyal vassals, although it's going to be really bad with my disloyal vassals. But I don't even know what to do there. The problem is if I take that, I can't actually. Pick an independent realm with 1 or more marriages on and flip these to the disputed side. Take a free declare war action. I don't want to do that. Support the local noble. Lose 2 glory and gain 4 in the chosen realm if it's a non-player realm. I don't know. I don't want to do that. No. I mean, that sucks. This is just crap. I really don't see why. And it helps me a little bit with my disloyal vassals, because in this way there are no... Let's go to this disloyal vassal rule, which is really, really painful. This is the big problem with this card for me. Otherwise I could simply ignore the card, but the thing is, let me show you. There we go. If you have areas with vassals with either no cubes or marriages, and that's the case here in Crimea, then it says gain unrest on all of their vassals there, and then place a number of rebels equal to the tax value of the unrest there. But so that's pretty hefty. But if you trigger this thing yourself, it says you gain unrest as normal if affected, but do not need to place any rebels. So that's a huge advantage, obviously. Is it worth 2 victory points? That's the thing, you know, if I pick this, it's basically a trade-off. I could say, hey, I take $4 instead of 2. Does this thing give me any advantage? I mean, I could get a diplomacy cube there. My problem is I don't have a diplomacy cube that I can place there. If I could take this, that would give me a diplomacy cube, but I don't have the time to place it there anymore, because immediately after triggering this secondary effect is triggered. So this is really, really bad. Yeah, so that doesn't really help me. But I get a cube, which is nice. If I take this, basically what that means is I lose. I don't want to declare war at that point. I mean, I could. Maybe I could, you know, that's the thing. I mean, maybe I could flip the marriage in, I don't know, is there a marriage in Burgundy? Yeah. So I could simply declare war against these fuckers, grab my 2 get my 2 military cubes, which is nice. But then it has to be adjacent to my realm, so I cannot really do that either. I only get the cubes if it's adjacent to my realm. Oh man, that's really... This is not a good card for me either way. I don't know what to do. The Poles are in a really bad situation now. I was planning to make an invasion here now when the 30 Years' War shows up. You know, attack the Holy Roman Empire. They're still pretty weak from the previous round where we had our first war going on. But now I have to deal with this shit. And we already had a couple of problems from other events, and now this comes up, and this is just so fucked up. Now I wish I would not have even annexed these guys, because it's just a big problem for me. It's such a mess. You know, I really don't know. I think I'm gonna take this card. I don't take this card. This is just... It doesn't help me that much. I'm going to take the Janissary Demand Pay instead. Take the $2 instead of the 4. I kind of fixed that already. And so let's see. Janissary's Demand Pay. Yeah, I'm going to take refuse their demands. If the Ottomans have the Tertius Janissaries idea, they lose 1 stability, you gain a diplomacy. So I'm going to do that, and I think that means they simply get an unrest. So I'm going to go through this specific card because it might be somehow special, but I doubt it. I think they simply get... It's here, yeah. Yeah, they get simply 1 unrest, and that's it. So I'm not sure. They probably will choose it for themselves. I don't know. I'm going to place it here, Ankara. That's probably something they would choose, and that's it. And that also gives them a new leader, and it's a bad one, and he's already ill. Wow. Okay, but yeah. And now we get this disputed succession, these secondary effects here. So yeah, the disloyal vassals. We start here, Crimea. That means all of them go to unrest. We got to place 4 rebels there. That kind of sucks, but okay. I mean, eventually, if these guys, and they will probably siege all these, then we got 4 rebel towns there. Now, I could hire an army then and simply move in and then simply take the towns, and then they will no longer be vassals, but then they will simply be part of my kingdom, right? If I siege them, I think. Well, actually, that's not true. These will not be 4 rebel towns. They will simply disappear because they will be liberated. I get a casus belli there, I guess, and then I can still consider if I want to attack there or not. You know, but then this is no longer a problem of mine. So let's just see it that way. I'm not sure what happens with the rebels. If they stay or if they go away, I don't know that. We'll see. And it's a similar problem for Austria. They might lose these guys too. But on the other hand, you know, both of them scored points. Here we might even have 5, I think. 5 rebels sitting there. Yeah. And there's nobody else who has an issue with this card. So for the dynamic player realm expansion, I have a problem. I don't have any more tokens left. But I still want to give them the opportunity to expand. So this guy takes Trebizond, and I had to come up with something like this now. I gotta find some replacements here. And here the Danes take Mecklenburg. And yeah, we need some... I need additional tokens. I need to find something from other games. This is a real issue for me. You know, you got a deluxe edition. You want sufficient tokens. This is, you know, as much as I really like the components and the art and all, this is a big, big issue that you don't have enough tokens. Just sucks. Okay, and then we get Thomas dies, which is a big issue for the English. It really sucks. Was a great advisor. We get a marker here, and we get another illness marker over here. Anything else? This guy takes one, and yeah, this is it. Okay, that's it. So we basically lose one really good advisor here. So the Spaniards are playing again their naval traditions, which will allow them to do the explore action for a cheaper cost. I think this is pretty much a critical card if you want to do successful exploring. So we got to spend a cube here, $2, and that gives us then 4 cubes over here, and $2 go away. The English want to hire their advisors. They need $3 to do this. They're gonna pass. That will give them $1, and they are allowed to do the minor action after passing. So now they have exactly the money they need to pass. They have the rebel rolls. Yeah, they might be forced to take a loan, but I think that's not so terrible in the end. So they're going to take these two. They're going to hire these 2 advisors. So the Poles, they will pass. There's nothing they want to do anymore. The Spanish, they have one more action, and they want to do another explore action, I guess. So they're gonna spend a cube. So the question is, where do I want to go? I might even consider maybe going down here into South America. In the end, I definitely want to go to the Far East because I got a goal there, but that isn't so terribly easy. I think I want to go to South America first, get a claim there, and yeah, that will then allow me to get another colonist. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to roll a die. Nah, fuck that. That was the only result I couldn't do. A 3. That's really painful. Do I want to re-roll that? You know, I'm going to try. If that goes wrong, I lose my ship, and it was really bad, but I'm going to go for it anyway. Okay, another 3. That's it. The ship is gone. Yeah, that was just so bad. Terrible. Yeah, I think I cannot get these because they are inland. I think I would have to have a colony, yeah. Pretty sure I have to have a colony there before I could find the Amazonas, for example. So that was just bad, and I'm simply going to lose a ship. I can't choose which one, actually. I think I don't have to take any of these. I'm not even sure if it has to be a ship on a distant continent. I gotta check that. It has to be a ship on a distant continent. I'm gonna take this one then. Okay, that was really bad, expensive, and it didn't do me any good. But on the other hand, I'm actually, you know, this is what you have to invest for these exploration actions, and it's not a cheap thing. But at least I got a lot of cash. It cost me two damn diplomacy cubes and one of my uses here. Shit, really not good. And now I'm done. I'm gonna pass now with the Spanish, and that's it. So I'm gonna go into the end of turn routine. Okay, so the rebels will now siege these cities, which means all of these that I vassalized go away now. And I got a casus belli against Crimea now here. That's not good. You know, I really wanted to do the 30 Years' War over here, and instead I got this shit now going on, which just completely sucks. But the point is, if I don't fight the rebels next turn, they will continue making trouble going against these other cities here that are adjacent in unrest. So basically I have to go there and fight them. Yeah, that's obviously not cool. And my army is far away. I don't know. The only thing I could consider is, but nah. I don't know. That's just stupid. Just completely annoying. So a similar position is here. The Austrians also will have to deal with these guys. But in a way, that's not so bad for them, because they are at least, you know, the army is not far away. They can go pretty easily in there. And I think it might also help them when it comes to the 30 Years' War. That might actually be to their advantage, because they get a chance to capture Bohemia and annex them immediately. After the peace resolution step, the Spaniards managed to fulfill a mission. They formed Spain. That gives them 3 points. They control Navarra. They removed their claim, and therefore there is no more unrest there. So that means they have now all our provinces in Aragon, Andalusia, Leon, and Castile. There's no rebels or rebel towns in any of these areas. That gives them a core provinces in Aragon and Castile. So here and here. The problem is we lose these claims, but okay, I think I can remove them. Not sure though. Oh, I could have removed 2 unrest. Yeah, okay, whatever. I don't. Yeah. I'm okay with that, and yeah, that gives me 3 points. That brings me into 3rd place now. Prestige penalties. English lose 2 because Essex is occupied. The French lose 2. I think that's it. And we go to the interregnum. There's nobody there. Religious dissent. Okay. So let's see. Yeah, the French, there's going to be an issue here. And over here, oh boy. Let's see. The Austrians can ignore two areas, so they can ignore this one. Yeah, and that one down here actually. Spain is in fine shape. So is Turkey. What about these guys? They have their Orthodox areas, which might... Okay, I mean, they lost that one. Over here, this is already in trouble. I'm pretty sure they don't take any additional here. Yeah, but that's the only one, it seems. So they're doing okay. I mean, at least no additional stuff. So that was that. And now we gotta... Oh, let's see. Nobody's at war. -2. Yeah, the Austrians, they're gonna have to add one unrest. So I think they're gonna take again Tyrol. Maybe not exactly that one. Let's take this one. And anybody else? No, I don't think so. Okay. So now we can roll the rebel dice. Here's what I tend to forget. The French, they have this special ability. So that allows them actually to repair one of these. And over here, no, I think that's it. Okay, now we go for the rebel dice and we start with the French. And they gotta roll 4 dice, it seems. No, actually, they got a lot of unrest going on. Okay. Okay, so one of them is kind of repaired. So we can do this, for example. And then they lose a cube. And because it's a bot, they only lose a single cube. No matter what happens. Okay, so that's that. The Spaniards don't have any unrest again. And we come to the English. Ireland. A cube for the English. Oh man. And then it's Northumberland. That's a... Okay, that's a guy, so they're gonna lose this guy here. Oh boy. I think this is actually it. Austria, let's see. Franche-Comté. Okay, that's $2. Linz, nothing. Steiermark, another $2. Okay, at least there's no bankruptcy. Is that it? No, Beograd. Oh, that's a rebellion. They can re-roll that. That's a cube, which they don't have. So therefore they got to spend another $2. Oh boy. Okay. The Poles, Warsaw. That's a rebellion. Of course they're going to re-roll that. And that's $2. Podoli. Another $2. Oh man. Poltava, a rebellion. I can re-roll that. The question is, do I want to? No, I think I'm going to take it and I'm going to fight. I got 2 guys in there, so I'm going to take that. The rebels attack, they do a hit. And I also do a hit, so in the end I basically lose a unit here. Okay, Bessarabia. Okay, that goes away. Nice. And Circassia. And that's a cube, which sucks, and I'm gonna re-roll that too. Okay, that's $2. So, there we go. Yeah, well, okay. And the Turks, well, there is a little bit of unrest here in Ankara. Okay, that's $2, which is basically a cube. I'm pretty sure that's it. So the English will actually call their ship back into the ports. They have really a pretty low income, and that saves them $3. So yeah, because then they don't have to pay any maintenance for them. It costs them a single cube to unlock them and basically all release them back into the sea. It's painful to do that, it's a military cube, and that's why I usually don't do it. But if you only have an income, I don't know, they have an income of 7 or something after paying everything. So I decided these $3 are worth it, and yeah, it's instead 10, and that might be helpful for them. So yeah, I think they now have an income of 10. By the way, the Spaniards, they have now a treasury of 49. They were super lucky. If they had 1 additional buck of income, they would have had corruption issues. If you have a treasury of 50, this starts to happen, and then you get some penalties. But they are exactly at 49. So good for them. So yeah, I think the English have an income of 10. And now, before we collect monarch power or the bot power, I'm going to change again the players who are controlled by bots. So again, I'm going to do this randomly, and it's not going to be the same as it was in this turn before, but it might be the same player as it has been at the start of the game. So we roll between the first, these 4 players here basically. So let's see what we get. Okay, that doesn't count. Okay, so Spain now is controlled by a bot. It's going to be interesting. And the other one is Austria again. So here the bot has to do a lot of cleanup and has to do. It's interesting because these are very different positions. Spain is definitely interested in expanding into areas somewhere completely different. So somewhere on distant continents. And I don't know how much the bot play actually supports that. And on the other hand, Austria is really focusing on these inner struggles, trying maybe to get the rebels away from here, trying to somehow pay back. Well, that will actually go away, these loans will go away. I don't know how to... Well, the bot will in the first turn have only a little bit of bot power, because I will basically pay back the loans here, and then what's left per loan I will remove 1 bot power from the Austrians. So that's not going to be that much. On the other hand, they have... Yeah, we'll see about that, right? Done with the conversion
of the bot, and also collecting the monarch powers. And well, Turkey has a really bad leader now, Murat III. They don't have a lot of monarch power. It's not terrible. At least they got the advisors from Austria. So I mean, it's not great, as you can see, but it's not that bad. The French have a lot of monarch power because they have a fantastic new king now, Henri IV. He's really 333. That's just great. And that gives them all these. And the Spanish have a lot of bot power because, yeah, they had so much cash, and that gives them, when you convert them, for every $5, they get an additional bot power to a maximum of 5. So that already gave them basically 5. They had a couple left, I think. And yeah, so that gave them a huge bot power to start with. The English, they're also doing pretty good. Elizabeth I gives them quite a few cubes, and they also have 3 advisors, so that's pretty solid. Austria is not doing great. No, that should not be here, I guess. That should be, I don't know, I think that should be here. I think actually the Spaniards get another one because of that. Yeah. The Austrians are not doing great. 5 is the minimum bot power a bot starts a turn with, and that's what they get. Mainly because of well, they had a -3 stability. Every step subtracts 1. They had 0 cubes left that I could take over from the last turn. And they also had 5 loans. Every loan subtracts 1. So therefore, in the end, they ended up with their minimum bot power. So they're going to have a hard time. But that's just fair. They are not in a good shape. And, well, the Poles, they have not a very good leader, but he's a good military leader. Actually, he's not so bad. And they got a lot of military cubes here, and also some of the others. Maybe the Poles can risk going to war with the Holy Roman Empire. I don't know. It's hard to tell. Now it's a bot. Does it make it easier? Does it make it harder? I have no clue. But we also have this problem down here. We don't have that much money, only kind of like $23. I don't know. I don't know what to do here. It's a tough decision that they're going to have to face. But the 30 Years' War is a big motivation. That's an opportunity for them to score points. So we'll see. Maybe it also depends when it show up. It would be great to deal with these guys now, and then in the next turn, maybe the 30 Years' War. But I don't know. We'll see about that. Okay, good. I think at that point, I want to load this up. Let me check my watch. I want to score the prestige so that I can end the phase 4. So Papal controller is still Austria, which gives them another 3 points. Incredible. Someone should do something about it. And then we go to the religious unity is another one that we got to do. Now the Turks already scored the points for that, which was a bit tricky, but they were a bot, and therefore I did it. Now let's see. The Spain will get points for that, and the English. The others won't. So that means Spain gets 3 points, English 1. because the tiebreaker is the size. Oh, that was actually the poles. Down there they are. The size of the realm, and obviously Spain is bigger than England. So that was the religious unity, and that's yeah, I guess that's it then when it comes to the prestige points for that turn. Okay, so let me load this up, and yeah, hope to see you on the next video. Bye.